I absolutely hate this about tech sales. I wish it did not exist.
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Cut the Tech. I am your host, I am your guide, I am your boy, I am Dre. My wife, my mother, and my grandmother, they call me Andre. But y'all, if you are not one of those three lovely ladies, then please don't call me Andre. What's up, y'all? Look, I am happy to be back, happy to be here. Thank you guys for the love that you guys have been showing on all the videos coming here. If you guys are new, we love having you here. Cut the Tech is pretty much just my journey of how I broke into the tech industry a few months ago, going from somebody who had no experience whatsoever to landing a job in the tech space within 90 days. And I've just been bringing y'all along. So any game that I've been getting, I've been giving it to y'all too. And so the only thing we ask around here, right, is we ask that you do a couple of things to help us out on YouTube. You know the algorithms and how things go, right? So if you're getting any value from this, what we want you to do is like the content. We want you to comment on the content down at the bottom. We want you to share it if you possibly can. We also want you to subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell so you can be up to date on everything that's going on with Cut the Tech. Or don't. We don't care. You are grown. Do what you want to do with your YouTube experience. Well, listen, y'all, we are glad you guys are here. We are not going to take up too much of your time. Look, we're going to get straight into it. You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. We are here for a couple of reasons. We want to know what are the pros and what are the cons of being in tech sales. Now, like I said, I've been here. I broke into tech sales in April of 2024. It is now October. So I've been in my job and in my seat in that particular space of time. So I had enough time to be able to kind of come up with a couple of things that I find as pros, a couple of things that I find as cons. And if you like these things, well, then tech sales might be something for you. If you don't, you might look at this and be like, this is not for me whatsoever. All right. So let's get straight into it, yo. The number one pro is the pay. Of course, right? So in tech sales, base pay, you are seeing SDRs, BDRs coming in the door from no experience whatsoever, making a base pay of about $70,000 with their OT and everything. Now, why is it a big deal? Because we're seeing people daily go from $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year to a base pay now that's $70,000 a year and has significant amount of earning potential as you continue to grow, right? Speaking of growth, that's what brings me to my second pro, which is a defined career path with growth potential. When you come in into tech sales as a SDR or a BDR, that's going to be your entry level position. Well, from there, you're seeing people who after I'm seeing a couple months to maybe a year, 2 year, we're seeing people go from SDRs up into what's becoming an AE or account executive. Now, account executive, those are the closers. They make a little bit more money, right? And so if you start off on this career path, you can kind of really have a trajectory of where you're going to go, because then from AEs, we see AEs who kill it and crush it for a couple of years. They end up getting promoted to things like VPs of sales, right? You even see people go on to be things like CEOs of the company, all because they started off at the bottom of the sales rung, which is SDR, BDR. But it's not just taking the path from SDR, BDR to AE and then growing up that way. We even see some people who make some pivots, right? You go in SDR, you get real good at that, and then you go into like SDR management, right? Become sales managers or trainers or things like that. I even see some people who start off as SDRs and they start to help out their AEs with some of the presentations and stuff like that and start to learn how to do presentations of the product, and they pivot and go into sales engineering, right? So getting your foot in the door is pretty much what this position is all about. Once you get in here, then you have the multiverse that you can go and explore. All right. Another pro of tech sales is the ability to have remote work. Right now, there are some positions that are fully remote, 100% work from home. There are some that are a hybrid role where you kind of go in the office for a couple of days and you also can work from home. But for the most part, if you're working remote, as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can work. I even know some people who work out of the country, right? They're employer is in the United States, but they live in Mexico. So the cost of living for them is super low, but they're getting paid in US dollars by working for a US company. And so you can imagine what their lifestyle starts to look like because they have that flexibility of working remote within the tech sales space. Another thing that kind of piggybacks off of the remote work that is a pro is the flexibility of schedule, right? And so a lot of people within tech sales, they'll really talk about how, hey, this is kind of flexible, right? I'm setting meetings. I'm doing my work. I don't want to make it seem like this is just, you're not doing anything all day. You're doing your work, right? You're prospecting, you're sending emails, you're making phone calls, you're doing all this, but there's nobody really looking over your shoulder. As long as you're making it to your meetings on time and you're making sure those things are set up, well, then if you have breaks within time, if you need to go make a run, you can go do that. If you want to go work out for an hour or so because you know kind of worked into your schedule to be able to do that, you can do that as long as you are producing. So it gives a lot of more flexibility, a lot more work-life balance, I will say, as you're working from home and then being able to be more flexible with your schedule. It can really work into a major pro for someone who is looking for that type of thing. Also, along with the flexibility schedule is this thing called unlimited PTO. Now, if you're like me and you have been searching through and what is tech sales, you've been hearing a lot about unlimited PTO. Let me tell y'all, as somebody who has unlimited PTO now, it's still unbelievable to me. I had a event I had to go to not too long ago, and I went to go set some time on my schedule. And so I went on there I'm looking around. I'm like, where are the hours at? And it just popped up and said unlimited. And I was like, that is crazy. I really have unlimited PTO. It's great. All right. Another pro that you have within the tech sales field is you get a skill that is future proof, right? So the skill to be able to generate revenue for a company, that will always be in demand, right? Once you learn how to prospect, how to ask the right questions, how to bring the right amount of value to a customer, not only are you valuable as an asset to any company, but also if you want to do something entrepreneurial, now you have the skills to be able to sell whatever your product is also. And so you're learning something that's always going to be beneficial for you in the long run. Another pro, while we're in the vein of learning, is just that continuous learning, right? If you're going to be a good SDR, you have to be curious, always learning more about your product, learning more about what's going on in the market, learning more about what are your clients' problems that they have, and then how your particular product can answer those problems. You're always going to be continuously learning, which means you're always going to be continually growing. And as you're continuously growing, you're continuously getting better as an individual in what you're doing, both outside work and inside work, because your brain is firing on all cylinders and you're always learning. So that's another pro for someone who's in tech sales also. And the last pro I will go over is this: competitive atmosphere. This is sales, right? And so it's not uncommon to be on a major, great sales team where you guys are pushing each other, right? One of your coworkers may be over here killing it this month. You might be killing it this month. And now that competition is allowing you guys to continue to thrive and grow. So if you're somebody who's done sports or you've done anything athletic, you know the benefits of being in a competitive place in a work environment and how that can push you to be great. Yo, what up, Cut the Tech family? It's your boy Dre, and y'all know we are here to promote the company who has brought this video to you, which is Course Careers. Now, Course Careers is the boot camp that I took that helped me go from zero experience at all, no degree, no nothing. I jumped into this boot camp. 90 days later, I was signing my offer letter for the tech sales job that I broke into. And that's exactly what they're going to do with you. So it's pretty much just a tech boot camp that's designed to take you from no experience and to make you into the premier candidate for a position in tech in a matter of weeks. And so it's not just tech sales. We have a couple of different courses that you can choose from. You can do anything from tech sales to IT to UI UX design to customer success to HR, and even now we have software development. And so the best thing about Course Careers is that it's self-paced, right? You do it whenever you want to from the privacy of your own home or wherever you are, from your phone or your laptop or wherever you can get into the information. You could do it so you can fit it into whatever your busy schedule is. But as you're going through the information, they're going to do a few things. One, you're going to learn the skills that it takes to do whatever that position is. Two, they're going to help you construct your resume so that you look professional for people who are hiring for that position. They're also going to help you build your LinkedIn so now you have an online presence that shows you're a professional at that. They're also going to teach you how to interview for those specific jobs. And ultimately, they're going to well equip you to be able to go out there and land the position that you want, because you're going to be the perfect candidate on paper and in real life. Also, if you need any more help, even though it's a self-paced, you can watch the videos yourself. They also offer additional coaching from students who have already been through the course and landed the positions themselves. So there's always someone there to help you within the community. Now, the best thing about Course Careers is the price. This thing isn't going to cost you thousands of dollars. It's not even going to cost you $1,000, right? All of their courses are only $499, right? With the exception of software development. Software development is $799. But here's the best part. If you use my link below, right, the one that says cut the 50 at the end, they're going to take $50 off whatever course it is that you decide that you want to do. So here's what you do. Go down below, hit the link, go to the website, find whichever one of those courses that you want to do. Each one has a free introductory course. Take the free introductory. Once you know that's what you want to do, then you sign up for the course, take the course, and let's get you broken into the tech field. We are here to help you break into the world of tech. Now, let's get back to the video. Now that we've gone over some of the pros, let's get to some of the cons, right? These might be some of the things that you look at me and you say, Dre, I absolutely hate this about tech sales. I wish it did not exist. If you get to some of those, this may not be for you. So, the first tech sales con that we will go over today is that sales targets can be stressful. Listen, at the end of the day, this is a sales job, right? Sales jobs come with quotas that you have to hit. Those things may be different in different companies, depending on where you are. What your quota will be different, right? But the thing about it within tech sales is that you're going to have a team around you who is helping you to be able to do that. But we're not going to sit here and act like this job is just easy. They're not paying you $70,000 at an entry level job just because everybody can do it, right? I believe everybody can grow the skills and do it, but that hitting sales targets can be stressful, right? There may be a month where you absolutely kill your quota and you feel like you're on cloud nine. And then the next month you might miss your quota. And now you feel like, can I do this job at all? Right? And so it can be up and down at times within tech sales. And so if that's something that you can't handle, that may be a con for you. I get it. I understand. The next con that you're going to get is there's a judgment that comes along with being a salesperson, right? Most people who aren't in sales look at salespeople as being like dirty, sleazy, because there's been a lot of stuff within the media that's shown salespeople to be sleazeballs, if we're being honest, right? And so one thing I do know about being in sales is that sales is about you being able to bring value to somebody who you understand they have a problem, understand that your problem and your solution will be an answer to their problem. And so people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. But there is a stigma around being a salesperson, right? And so you're going to have to deal with that no matter how good of a salesperson you are. And if that's something you can't deal with, well, then this might be a con for you. Another con that I'm going to give you is something that was actually a pro on the first side, and that was continuously learning, right? This is not a position where you just get there, you sit back and you do nothing. Like, you've got to be continuously learning. If you're looking for a position where you did the work to get in and now you just kind of coast from there on, well, then this might not be for you. That might be a con. And if that's a con for you, well, then tech sales might not be the thing for you. Right? And the last con that we will go over is also another one that was a pro on the first end: competitive atmosphere, right? Let's be honest. Everybody's not fit to be competitive. Everybody's not fit to be things that are like athletic or things where you're going to be competing with other people. Some people just don't have the personality for that, right? And so if you're not that type of person, this would be a con for you also in the tech sales world. And so look, listen, if you guys are interested, right, and you want to learn more about being, how to be a professional at tech sales, right? Well, one thing that I have been doing, I've taken it upon myself to do, is just to kind of give back to the community, right? And so I do every Monday a group coaching session, right? It's 1 hour long. I do it at 7 p.m. Central every single week, right? The dope thing about the community is like it's interactive, right? So it's not just you sit there. You can jump on there with your camera off and not interact at all, but it is a time where I'm able to sit and speak with you guys who are checking out this information. If you have questions, kind of give you some of the game of what's going on, and you can have access to a social group of like-minded individuals, right? Being around people who have the same common goal, who are looking for the same things you do. They might have questions that you don't have, and you're able to pick from that and learn from that and just grow and grow and grow as you're making your transition into the tech sales field. So on these Monday night group sessions, I go over a couple of things, right? I go over my story. First and foremost, I go deep in detail about my story. I go into the mind frame that it takes to win. And then I ultimately go into how you can break into tech. And so the dope thing about these with the community, man, is they're only $3. It's only $3 for an hour. Right? So if you want to spend some time with us, man, with the Cut the Tech family, hit the link below for the group coaching session. Sign up for it. Pick a day a Monday you want to jump on there. It is limited access to each one. So once you pick your date, lock it in. We'll see you there. I'll be able to talk with you guys, get your feedback, and help you as you break into tech. Also, don't forget, if you guys want to break into tech, my link for Course Careers is below. Go ahead and hit that link. Save yourself $50 as you break into this world and come get some of this tech money with us. Now, we about to get out of here. Y'all know how we do this every single video. I tell y'all, my whole point of doing these videos was this. I wanted to go over here and see if there really was some money in the tech field. And if it was, I was gonna come back and tell y'all about it. Well, guess what? Y'all have watched me go over here into the tech field and get some of this money, and it's really there. So now that you know it's over here, you got the information. Look, the ball is in your court, baby. We gonna help you get over here and get to this money, because our entire motto over here, we want the entire community to go tell these tech companies our motto. And y'all know what that is. Say it with me. Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech. You heard?
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.